My name is Inez West. I'm going to read a poem to you called The Evolution of Race. I didn't know who I was until you named me. I didn't know that was my name because no one had called me that before. I didn't know there was any difference between us. We both had ears, a nose, a mouth, eyes. We both had red blood that flowed through our veins. I didn't understand that wasn't enough. I didn't know that the color of my skin, the texture of my hair, the shape of my nose and my mouth would cause me to stand out. I thought I was pretty until you told me I wasn't. I thought my sun-kissed skin was beautiful until you told me it showed my economic status. I didn't know I couldn't sing or dance or because it was just too free and not following the correct format. I didn't understand why the colors in my head couldn't be translated to your stately homes until you'd said they were too bold, too loud, too much, too other. In the past, you told me I was not worthy to walk next to you, but to be only behind you. You gave me your child to nurse, but you took away mine and profited from the children that came or those that you gave away. You changed my name and gave me another, so I would never know my people, and thus they could not claim me. You took away my culture, my traditions, my language. Yet I was able to create one that was different, more powerful than yours. You kept me ignorant for as long as you could. Fought to keep me from learning more, from becoming more. But as I grew, I learned I was free to be myself, if only within my heart. Carefully and slowly, I learned to just be and to wait. To wait for the quiet moments when I could say, let's talk. To wait for the moments when we could be just people, freely talking. To wait for the aha moments when you saw me and not my race. To wait for the moment when words would be exchanged and you spoke and defended me. You cannot understand my past. You have not lived it. You cannot understand the world I live in. You are not of it. You and I may never reach common ground at the same time. But I know one day you will look at me and you will just see me, your friend.
Can't walk from the corner store. Can't shop at Walmart anymore. Can't sit in your car reading a book without you know who thinking you're a crook. Can't be with the grandma talking on the phone. Can't be relaxing in your home. Can't be 7 years old sleeping on the couch at night, or 10 with your dad in the early morning light. Can't be 12 and playing with a toy gun. Can't go to church in Charleston. So you go for a run with a meadow jog in Georgia. Can leave your dad jogging in Georgia. Then Randy's question, was it something that he said? That he ended up with a bullet in his head. Jogging in Georgia, jogging in Georgia. We've come another century and still strange fruit hanging from the poplar tree. They don't need any excuse, just another black man on the loose. Get a knee on your neck, get a knee on your head. They either choke you or fill you with lead. Can't play music a little too loud. Can't leave a party with a crowd. Get shot for a hairbrush, you should've used a comb. Can't decorate a party from your home. Can't cash a check or sell a CD. Can't buy some Skittles, show your ID. Jogging in Georgia, jogging in Georgia. We've come another century and still strange fruit hanging from the poplar tree. Jogging in Georgia, oh, jogging in Georgia. We've come another century and still strange fruit hanging from the poplar tree.
Martin set his heart on the poor people's campaign. His allies and advisors told him, don't go down that trail. The work's too hard, the road's too long, you'll come back empty-handed. He said, when you stand up for justice, you can never fail. You can never fail. You can never fail. Take up the task at hand, lift your voice and take a stand. When you stand up for justice, you can never fail. Martin spoke his truth to power about the war in Vietnam. His enemies and friends all told him, stick to civil rights. He listened to his conscience and he knew the cause of peace cannot be set apart from justice. It is all one fight and you can never fail. You can never fail. Take up the task at hand, lift your voice and take a stand. When you stand up for justice, you can never fail. The arc of the moral universe is long, and we don't know what the journey might entail. But it bends towards justice, and when we stand up for justice, Martin said that we can never fail. Congress promises the moon, but you know they don't deliver. Business offers nothing, If it isn't up for sale, the president will fail. He's a taker, not a giver. But when you stand up for justice, you can never fail. You can never fail. You can never fail. Take up the task at hand, lift your voice and take a stand. When you stand up for justice, you can never fail.
It may seem hopeless to confront authority, easy to accept inequality. When you're living your life, you just have to make nice, and giving ends accept in reality. You may suspect that there's someone to blame for rigging the returns from the game. But there's a thing you can try if you're tired of the lies. Find the weak link in the chain. There's a weak link somewhere in that chain, and it's there despite all that they claim. And once it is broken, the floodgates will open, and people will rise in unstoppable motion. There's a weak link somewhere in that chain. If a system only works for the minority, it still depends on the consent of the majority. It's our work keeps them going while our money keeps growing, and the rest of us live in fear of poverty. So the problem is finding the priority that can neutralize their fake superiority, because we can be strong when we unite the throng. Find the weak link in the chain. There's a weak link somewhere in that chain, and it's there despite all that they claim. And once it is broken, the floodgates will open, and people will rise in unstoppable motion. There's a weak link somewhere in that chain. Sometimes it's hard to perceive the right way. That's the point that we're trying to convey. Segregation, oppression, exploitation, depression. It isn't a matter of head-on aggression. So we'll find where we've got the power, and we'll choose the place and the hour. Go for the solution that spells revolution. Break the weak link in the chain. There's a weak link somewhere in that chain, and it's there despite all that they claim. And once it is broken, the floodgates will open, and people will rise in unstoppable motion. There's a weak link somewhere in that chain. There's a weak link somewhere in that chain.
It's Minnesota nice on the surface, but not so nice on the street. When the cops have their way, they'll someday be held to pay, and people will be voting with their feet. And it's all friendly and cozy in the cities, all Maritile and more, and cherry on a spoon. But they're not handing out cherries in the black neighborhoods where every video is high noon. When the police are an occupying army, and it's open season on you if you're black, you hold on to your anger till you think you'll explode. Keep your head down and don't attract. But we remember Jamar and Philando and Thurman Blevins, whose shooting was caught on tape. Don't live so long, you can swallow your rage till it demands to be counted on the public stage. Be counted on the public stage. And what are you gonna do about it? People demand as they thunder through the streets. Your only response is pious words and tear gas. Then you're gonna face the people's heat. And their rage will be burning in the streets. And it's Minnesota nice on the surface, but not so nice on the street. The cops have had their way, now there's hell to pay, and people are screaming with their feet. People are screaming with their feet.
I have stood here in this harbor near 140 years, torch hoisted high with an expression proud. And I've seen generations disembark upon this land in awe as though they'd stepped on hallowed ground. Affixed upon my podium there is a poem that reads, give me your tired, your poor. But I've been feeling poorly, and tired I have grown to see what now is happening on my shore. I really cannot understand the way that things have changed, how immigrants are treated in this way. I wish the masses could be huddled neath the green folds of my skirt to breathe a little easier for a day. Yes, there has been bigotry, too often there is cruelty, now rising exponentially in our land of opportunity. This explosion now of hatred, this propulsion now of scorn, makes me feel the copper crown I wear might as well be made of thorns. So I cry out for the children, abused and scared and caged, and weep to think of how we've fallen so far the wrong way. White power and no gun control, divisions, primal fears, while salt spray rising from the sea helps camouflage my tears. While salt spray rising from the sea helps camouflage my tears. Ooh.
An Ethiopian beauty and a mother of four Woganay was lost to the COVID death score. Her name means my community, and she did so in part. She's Tacoma Park's treasure, and she'll live in our hearts. She was 8 months pregnant when the virus showed up. Said goodbye to her children for a routine checkup. But she never came home from her checkup that day. Quarantined from her family who had to obey. As she lay in the hospital bed with COVID, her unborn child not reaching his head. Little Levi was born to the worst of life's tests. His own mother's milk he would never ingest. Woganay's death from the virus took place, but a tragedy worse could be seen on her face. She never did hold that dear baby of hers, and a family of 5 without her endures. An Ethiopian beauty and a mother of 4. Woganay was lost to the COVID death score. Her name means my community, and she did so in part. She's Tacoma Park's treasure, and she'll live in our hearts.
Sad to say, plain to see, talking about greed and hypocrisy. Sad to say, and it's plain to see, so much greed and hypocrisy. Let's try that again. Sad to say, plain to see, talking about greed and hypocrisy. Sad to say, and it's plain to see, so much greed and hypocrisy. Whoa. I'm just coming back from Trinidad. Mighty sparrow, he sings, capitalism gone mad. Same thing's happening in my country. It's all around me and it's plain to see. Everybody's talking about buy and sell. Nobody thinking about how to keep well. People in a panic to buy the next thing, rushing to hear the cash register ring. It don't matter how it's made or if it be nice, just as long as we can have it at the lowest price. If we keep consuming, we're bound to explode, dumping our trash like we're dumping a load. Whoa, sad to say, plain to see, talking about greed and hypocrisy. Sad to say, and it's plain to see, so much greed and hypocrisy. Oh. Politicians promise to set us right, then they sell us out on the carbon fight. They bribe us with money, with jobs, with plans. But what good is a job that destroys the land? Poor things hiding their heads in the sands. It's blocking their view, exposing their behinds. They don't understand what's plain to see. They're being screwed by the oil companies, executives with their shady scams, boardroom bullies who don't give a damn. Another mansion on top of the hill, another billion in their offshore till. Oh, sad to see, plain to see, talking about greed and hypocrisy. Sad to see, and it's plain to see, so much greed and hypocrisy. Yeah, sad to see, plain to see, talking about greed and hypocrisy. Sad to see, and it's plain to see, so much greed and hypocrisy. Whoa. Well, I'm just coming back from Trinidad. Mighty sparrow, he sings, capitalism gone mad.
My name's Stephen Jones, and the song is On the Far Side. Oscar Ramirez stood at the river, water so cold and so wide, promised land calling over the water. Freedom was on the far side. Murdering gangs drove him out of Honduras. Water so cold and so wide, seeking safe haven with his wife and his daughter. Freedom was on the far side. They tried to cross legal at the border at Brownsville. Water so cold and so wide, but the guards turned them back away from asylum. Freedom still on the far side. River of sorrow, tears flowing streams, river of hope that we cross in our dreams. So he picked up his daughter and he swam across the river. Water so cold and so wide, and he set her down safe on the bright shore of freedom. No more to fear and to hide. The little girl stumbled and fell in the river. Water so cold and so wide, Oscar fought hard to save her. They were swept off together. Freedom so close when they died. River of sorrow, tears flowing streams, river of hope that we cross in our dreams. Their bodies were found in the weeds of the river. Water so cold and so wide, on the Mexican shore outside Matamoros. still on the far side. So here we all stand at the edge of a river, water so cold and so wide. Will we find in our hearts strength and love to cross over? Freedom is on the far side.
Thinking about my loved ones, thinking about the whole world, thinking about my loved ones, thinking about the whole world. Some say you can't do anything about it, but I want to, I want to. Some say there's no way around it, so I'm going through just like you. And my heart is aching, my spirit's shaking, 'cause I know Audrey told it a long time ago, it'd be the greatest reckoning the world would ever know. We forgot the sacred strawberry, the tree of life, the mother of humanity. We forgot the root, the connection, and you know that's the truth. We lost our direction, pensando en mis queridos, pensando en todo el mundo, pensando en los heridos, pensando en todo el mundo, y mi corazón quebrantando, mi espíritu temblando. Dicen que no se puede hacer nada, pero intentaré o resistiré, que no hay manera de esquivarla, pues paso y sigo adelante. A la raíz, oh, hacia la conexión. Ya he comprendido que hemos perdido nuestra dirección. I plant my feet on the solid ground. Earth, air, fire, water, keep me safe and sound. May my body be a living tree, roots rising up to nurture me. And maybe they will remember when we can have heaven on earth again. Back to the root. The connection a la raíz. Una nueva dirección. Planto mis pies en la tierra sagrada. Aire, agua, tierra, fuego me tienen arraigada. Haga de mi cuerpo un árbol de la vida, las raíces levantándome y yo comprometida. Pensando en mis queridos, pensando en todo el mundo, thinking about my loved ones, thinking about the whole world, thinking about my loved ones, pensando en todo el mundo.
It's another day with the fishing rod, another day on the dock so hot, but the water's running cold. The fish have all been fished up here, the smart ones long ago disappeared. None of these straits are paved with gold. My grandpa, he's a working man, still provides whenever he can, but today he just explodes. It's the same old story we've all been told. The rich get richer and we just get old. It's the same old lesson that we never learned. To play with fire and you won't get burned. We'll outlast them in this fight, well, they can't stand too long out in the light. 'Cause the fish always rots from the head. Yeah, the fish always rots from the head. When the head smells as bad as that one does, you can tell that fish is dead. Yeah, the fish always rots from the head. Second shift in the assembly line, they work you hard, but that's just fine. There's no time left to care. You got no union and no boss here. They laid 300 off last year. You say you're lucky to be working there. It's the same old story we've all been told. The rich get richer and we just get old. It's the same old lesson we've never learned. Don't play with fire and you won't get burned. But we'll outlast them in this fight, well, they can't stand too long out in the light. 'Cause the fish always rots from the head. Yeah, the fish always rots from the head. When the head smells as bad as that one does, you can tell that fish is dead. Yeah, the fish always rots from the head. Yeah, the fish always rots from the head.
Everybody knows that they're guilty. Everybody knows that they lie. Everybody knows that they're guilty. Resting on their conscience, eating their insides. It's freedom, said it's freedom time now. It's freedom, said it's freedom time now. It's time to get free. Give yourselves up right now. It's freedom, said it's freedom time, yo. There's a war in the minds of our fragile youth, locked in prisons with chains that extend from schools. No excuse from a system that feeds on the noose and make bread from the weeds and seeds of strange fruit cut at the root. So the song remains the same, from the cradle to the grave. Another way to keep blacks enslaved, trapped in rage. Scraps for minimum wage, can't afford that health care to cope with all of this pain. I hope for rain to cleanse all of their trauma and wash the blood off the hands of your honor. Your honor, discharge him from all of his problems and bring the citizen child back home to his mama. The 5-0 stay patrolling our corners, keep children in prison just so they can meet their quotas. Can't even walk in the hood, eating Skittles in Arizonas without cops keeping their dirty hands on the holster. Damn it, I told you, just another way to control us. With boys in blue, more armed than soldiers, hungry like vultures that have us in court just tired of motions. Sentenced to hell, hypocrites having them swear on Jehovah and God we trust. More like in God you fail. Hell's just another name for jail, where the rich benefit in pre-trial when they post their bail, and the poor are left to rot in the cell. Only time will tell if they provide other options instead of master asking for bail like slaves at an auction. What's the price of freedom? That question rests on their conscience when they hold a child as hostage. COs are obnoxious, prisons for profit, our youth are prophets marching, and they knocking at heaven's gate for freedom. It's freedom, said it's freedom time now. It's freedom, said it's freedom time now. It's freedom, it's freedom, it's freedom, it's freedom, it's freedom, it's freedom. Said it's freedom time now.
Hello from the Resistors from Vancouver, British Columbia. We've got a song for you today based on the tune of the Deep River Blues, written and sung as a duet in the 1920s and later immortalized by Doc Watson. We've zippered some different lyrics in to capture the life of the working mother, and instead of accepting her lot, she decides that a union is the way to an engaged life. We've also added a second harmony, so it's now resistorized. We're very happy to have accompanying us today, Barry Truder. This is Rainy Day Working Girl Blues.
Let it rain, let it pour, let it rain a whole lot more, 'cause I got these working girl blues. Work all night, work all day, lots of trouble, not much pay, so I got these working girl blues. Aching back, fuzzy head, please God let me stay in bed, 'cause I got these working girl blues. Laundry, homework, feed the kids, feels like life is on the skids, so I got these working girl blues. Got this boss, he's so mean, has no heart, or so it seems, so I got these working girl blues. No vacation, overtime, how he treats me is a crime, so I got these working girl blues. Took me time to realize lives. Perfect time to organize, so I won't have these working girl blues. Living wage and benefits, I won't need to call it quits, so I won't have these working girl blues. Come aboard this union train, who cares if it's gonna rain, 'cause we won't have these working girl blues. Now it's gone to say goodbye, tomorrow's got a blue, blue sky, 'cause we won't have these working girl blues. Yes, we won't have these working girl blues.
I've been working as a registered nurse for 28 trying years. I've had good days and I've had bad days when I left the job in tears. But I've never seen times like these when every day our lives are on the line. We just come to work here. We don't come to die. Each morning now when I get to work, I step into a damn war zone. There's so many sick and so few staff at our hospitals and nursing homes. We're working without the proper protection and improvising on the fly. But we just come to work here. We don't come to die. So as you avoid exposure in your office enclosure where you're comfy and safely removed, and you order us a shipment of the wrong equipment, pardon me if I'm not moved. Now I'm not saying that you don't care, I'm not saying that you don't try. I'm saying we just come to work here. We don't come to die. The virus hit 3 months ago. Since then we've been overwhelmed. We're looking to the feds to help us out, but there's no one at the helm. Instead of facing the painful truth, they procrastinate and lie. Tell them we just come to work here. We don't come to die. When I chose to become a nurse, I knew there'd be a sacrifice of time at home and peace of mind, but not of my own life. My boss said I signed up for this. Well, that's a claim I have to qualify by saying we just come to work here. We don't come to die. We all appreciate the recognition and the cheers that fill the air. At parades and rallies around this city, it's nice to know that people care. But to do our jobs and protect ourselves, we need action from on high. We just come to work here. We don't come to die. And if it's your direction that I risk infection with a shabby and worn out mask, and if you tell me it's okay to wear the gown from yesterday, buddy, you can kiss my ass. So here I stand with my fellow workers, 8 feet apart, but side by side. We're saying we just come to work here. We don't come to die. Let me hear ya. We just come to work here, mister. We don't come to die. Thank you.
On my phone again. I just can't wait to get on my phone again. The life I love is sending selfies to my friends, and I can't wait to get on my phone again. On my phone again, seeing pictures that should not have been, reading tweets that I will never read again. Oh, I can't wait to get on my phone again. On my phone again, like a bitstream on the information highway. We're all Facebook friends, and we all believe that we can do this our way. Oh, and our way is on my phone again. I just can't wait to get on my phone again. The life I love is sharing selfies with my friends, and I can't wait to get on my phone again. No, I just can't wait to get on my phone again.
When pandemic comes, you see a lot. You see who helps you and who does not. Deep in the system, you see the rot. The face looks good, but the nose is full of snot. We're told we live in the greatest country on earth. We're told from birth, but here comes pandemic to show what it's worth. Where's the ventilator? Where's the mask? And why the freak did you have to ask? Where's the test in the hospital bed? If you don't got the money, you could wake up dead. And when the president lies every day, what can you say? He's going to lie about pandemic when it comes your way. When he says everything is hunky-dory, you might find it's a different story. And over time, you might see it's true. He cares more about his money than he cares about you. Because when the stock market's going down, it makes this guy look like a clown. His own fortune might be starting to drown. His 49th bankruptcy coming around, and he surrounds himself with all the president's men. Whatever he does, they say amen. When he cuts your money, they give him the pen. And they throw you $1, they throw themselves $1 million. And once in a while, they throw themselves $1 billion. When pandemic comes, they throw themselves $1 trillion, and they lie in your eye right by the church steeple that this president guy cares about working people. And when the ones at the top grab all they can, people at the bottom might not give a damn. They don't take the time to hate you, but they do take the whole shelf of toilet paper. Because when your mind's blown by lies on TV, and the internet multiplies lies by 3, and Hitler don't exist in your memory, and you forgot Republicans did nothing for you, and you forgot Democrats did nothing for you, and you vote for someone who will do nothing for you, and regular people don't do what we oughta, like lambs to the slaughter. We glorify wars that kill our own sons and daughter. Who would have thought of working people going insane? Ourselves partly to blame for the madness that surrounds us, all around us, because when you go for billionaires instead of everyday people, you think you win, but you're going to pay triple. That super rich guy may try to cry and never dry his eye, but billionaires who lie don't care if you die. So never ever let the people on the bottom think that you forgot them. Get a billionaire if you want an ass to lick, but don't expect him to do something when you get sick. Because when pandemic comes, you see a lot. You see who helps you and who does not. Deep in the system, you see the rot. The face looks good, but the nose is full of snot.
No peace, no justice, no peace, no justice, no peace, no justice, no peace, no justice, no peace. You talking about justice, but where is the peace? I'm tired of watching television. Deceased. Brothers dead on the floor, can't look back. What is it for? Children's faith decreased. When will daddy be released? Attack us turned by heat. Butcher us like meat so we can't stand up and speak and receive the freedom we seek. No justice, no peace. I won't have part of it. Better go out and protest. Black futures gotta protect. Make a change, that's my check. No police on my neck, mama gotta see me. Big and strong, sing that song, march on the streets, bang the guns, it's a peaceful protest, nothing wrong. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. If we are the world and we are the children, then why do we fill up ourselves in the hate that we give them? The world is in black and white, it's a mindset you're choosing, the reasons to fight. The youth is rising up, doing what they couldn't do. And they said you want to make a change, you gotta start with you. It ain't about the past, it's about the future. This 1967 featuring 2020 picture. No no justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. I'm about to die. My heart is pounding as I'm being cooperative. Yes, sir, hands forward, no resist. For I know what will become of me. I'm about to die. This fear rumbling down my back, reflecting towards my stomach, is making me sick. Is this justice? I'm shaking, my palms are sweaty. God is between me and you, whether I had prior knowledge, but Lord, you know I walked out that door. I'm about to die. This can't be happening. Brother's funeral is televised on TV. Oh, it is my turn. For there is no justice without blood spill. I'm about to die. There's not much air. Generations and generations we've been held in their captivity, being brutally slaughtered. The sharp pain the mother feels for her child in her womb. You masters of war that feed this evil to my communities. I'm about to die. Mama, hear my cry. This animal's knee is suffocating me as if his knee is embedded through my esophagus. There is no resist. I can't breathe. This evil uncomfortness, you masters of war. When will this end? Take my body, but you cannot take the fire burning in our souls. I've never experienced death before, but it seems so familiar. Mama! I can't feel the blood running through my veins. I'm about to die. Animals, are you happy? Is this the fate for the young ones to come? Death. I'm dead. But don't quench my fire, you masters of war.
This piece of poetry is in remembrance of you, Mr. George Floyd. I know that if you, Amada Berry, Breonna Taylor, Aurora Rosa, Atatiana Jefferson, Stephen Clark, Trayvon Martin, and many more were still here, would be astonished by the giant global recognition that you are all receiving from the youth of today. We are rising up as one, white, yellow, green, black, purple, red, and more, to defeat the oppression and inequality that others before us were not able to accomplish. We will not back down, for our time is to make a change and leave the world of darkness and bring up lightness. Racism is not genetic. It is something that could be taught. We, the youth, will make sure that our voices are heard to spread around love to the world. Thank you.
Everybody got a right to live. Everybody got a right to love. Everybody got a right to dream. Everybody got a right to learn. Everybody got a right to live. Everybody got a right to love. Everybody got a right to dream. Everybody got a right to learn.
I live to dream hope, and hope is my best friend. I hope I live to dream past what I'm learning. I dream of times full of reciprocal gives. I love us getting better at this life we get to live. Poor folks really do give all we got to give. Allies and friends, parents and the kids. Reality is 2020 make you see better. Well, 2020 80 so the road from the go-getters. Unemployment go get it, except the undocumented. They work twice as much to keep the U.S. on top of it. Politics, best believe you know we are stopping it. With common unity, create community, no blocking it. Love to all my poor folk, resurrect your city. City of hope, foundation nitty gritty. No pots to pity, epitome of what they did to we. Literally, yo, we can shift it spiritually. Connect.
Everybody got a right to live. Everybody got a right to love. Everybody got a right to dream. Everybody got a right to learn. Everybody got a right to live. Everybody got a right to love. Everybody got a right to dream. Everybody got a right to learn.
One, two, 3, 4. Boss called a meeting, so we had to go. Said they're moving the plant to Mexico. We all heard the rumors, now we know they're moving the plant to Mexico. All of them are known as the blue collar life. This union job fed my kids and my wife. Gave them
Losing my job, never felt so low. They're moving the plant to Mexico. How am I gonna pay all the money I owe? They're moving the plant to Mexico. I'm not against the Mexicans, they gotta eat. They're just like us, they're taking the heat. We're all getting burned, that's the way it feels. All billionaires in easy chairs make these deals. Indiana, Michigan, and Ohio, they're moving the plants to Mexico. What'll I do? Where will I go? They're moving all the plants to Mexico. It's not just the money, but the friends I'll miss. I'll see some of the guys from time to time at the bar or the unemployment line. Boss called the meetings and we had to go. Said they're moving the plant to Mexico. Politicians' promises are all for show. They're moving the plant to Mexico. Politicians' promises are all for show. They're moving the plant to Mexico. Yeah.
An injury to one is an injury to all. If you call me, I will come. I will catch you if you fall. Because Black Lives Matter. Together we stand tall. An injury to one is an injury to all. May 25th, Minneapolis. Just a $20 bill. George Floyd shopping while black. Cops licensed to kill. One spark lights a fire. It'll take us all to sing this song. This is a time to heal, and we are stronger when we stand as one. An injury to one is an injury to all. If you call me, I will come. I will catch you if you fall. Because Black Lives Matter. Together we stand tall. An injury to one is an injury to all. This is the truth we cannot avoid. The world is watching. We are all George Floyd. All of us are human. I feel what you feel. An injury to you hurts me for real. What I saw with my own eyes I cannot unsee. Today it's George Floyd. Next it's me. This is the truth we cannot avoid. The world is watching. We are all George Floyd. We all got to stand up to racist cops. People who live here should be calling the shots. It's the history of white supremacy. Billionaires win, dividing you and me. This is the truth we cannot avoid. The world is watching. We are all George Floyd. An injury to one Now that's the union fight, but so many unions were formed all white. Union leaders, step up and step back. We need leaders of color to get on track. And injury to one, we all love that verse. Is it a lie if it don't come true? Or something worse? An injury to one is an injury to all. If you call me, I will come. I will catch you if you fall. Because Black Lives Matter.